Following 22-year in accusation, 3 Prime League titles and 7 Fahabi, Wenger not just rotated Stockpile in one of the planet's largest soccer clubs, he as well revolutionized the play in England. In the last year a chapter of Stockpile fans campaigned for the Frenchman to keep, and they got their desire Friday while the 68-year-old announced his intent to abandon at the end of the time of year. Ex-Stockpile goalie David Saylor, who won 2 league titles by Wenger, hopes the clubhouse opts for an skilled officer in impact. I sense if who goes in a slight bit junior they win include the impact and it might fair conduct on the identical path. We get a see at the listing of administrative candidates who could substitute the Frenchman in the Stockpile hot chair. Thomas Tuchel in spite accountable how ex-Borussia Dortmund officer Thomas Tuchel had already coordinated to accede France clubhouse Paris Holy Germain at the end of the time of year. The Deutsche once became the bookies' favorite to substitute Wenger following his leaving was announced. Tuchel done his behalf in Mainz 05 in the Bundesliga, updriving to Borussia Dortmund in 2015 to substitute Jurgen Klopp. The 44-year-old endured a bustling period at the Westfalenstadion, winner the 2016-17 Deutsche Cup but outgoing in sarcastic Vogue fair weeks after following declining out in the hierarchical. How turned on according to reports icy relation in Dortmund's later chief of recruiting Sven Mislintat, who has with excited to Stockpile to get up the identical part. Patrick Vieira now other favorite for the work. Patrick Vieira has a wealthy story in Stockpile. The Frenchman won 3 Prime League titles as a gamer at the clubhouse, consisting 1 as skipper of the Invincibles party, and 3 Fahabi among 1996 and 2005. Now officer of Mills Party New York Town FC, Vieira has though been advertised as a replace for Pep Guardiola at Manchester Town, although Wenger told in his Thursday click meeting how Vieira has the capacity to one day supervise Stockpile. Thierry Henry ex-gamer by Wenger at Stockpile, Henry became one of the planet's largest afraid strikers in his period at the clubhouse. In spite his shut relation in Wenger and the clubhouse, Henry hasn't shied off of critical both of in his part as a TV expert. Henry is now cut his administrative gearing as an aide to Belgian domestic crew trainer Roberto Martinez, his at first training part in soccer. Yet, he is an foreign to substitute Wenger in prospect of about 25/1. Brendan Rodgers is one of just a few link advertised to substitute Wenger in Prime League expertise. The Northern Irishman was in accusation of Liverpool for their shameful crash for the 2013-14 time of year, while they led the league up Steven Gerrard's slide versus Chelsea and a surrender at Chip Castle permitted Manchester Town to win the name. For his period in accusation, he was praised for his offensive styling of soccer and has transferred how identical philosophical in his new part as Celt officer. Rodgers led Celt to a national triple in his at first time of year in Glasgow, as the crew went invincible on their way to lift the Premiership, Scotch Cup and League Bowl. Carlo Ancelotti else of such in Prime League expertise is Carlo Ancelotti. The Italian, one of the largest adorned link in Planet Soccer, coached Chelsea to a Prime League and FA Cup duel in 2009-10. He largest newly coached Bayern Munich yet, following winner the Bundesliga in his at first time of year, was dismissed by the clubhouse next impoverished begin to the present campaigning. Ancelotti is the just officer to include won the Champions League 3 times, a contest that eluded Wenger in his period at Stockpile. Diego Simeone will be in the contrary hut while Stockpile person Atletico Madrid in the Europa League semi-finals. The Argentinian, who has enjoyed an extremely success 7-year in the Spanish equity, is lot Stockpile fans' favorite to get above the reins. Following a sparkling career as a gamer, Simeone scientific his trading as a officer in Argentina updriving to Atleti in 2011. He led Los Colchoneros to La Liga fame in 2013-14, break Barcelona and actual Madrid's duopoly on the name, the Europa League in 2012 and has 2 times lose out to actual Madrid in the Champions League definitive. Antonio Conte one of the external actors for the part, Antonio Conte's behalf has been deserted in the mix as a food of his according to reports tense relation in present clubhouse Chelsea. Following winner the Prime League in his at first time of year in accusation at the London clubhouse, Conte has been publicly crucial of the absence of invest in his crew. Meeting in 5 location, 5 points over Tottenham and a Champions League location, the Italian is anticipated to keep the clubhouse at the end of the time of year.